College is really stressful.
Before the test, I feel really anxious and I really just want to get it over with. And usually like my heart is beating really fast. Nothing else really even matters. I'm just thinking about the test I have to take like at 12 or 2 o'clock, whatever it is.
Like when I see questions that I don't know, my heart like starts to beat really fast.
While preparing for exams and during the exam, after the exam, you can have a lot of assignments and tests for other classes, and especially your social life. It can be really hard to manage all of that.
And what I found in my research and my teaching is that these students, no matter how happy they were with their original success of getting into the school, 2 weeks later their brains were focused not on the privilege of being there, nor on their philosophy or their physics. Their brain was focused on the competition, the workload, the hassles, the stresses, the complaints.
Before I take a test, I have to study like weeks in advance. I have to start studying, and on the night before I study, that's all I do is I study.
So usually I get the review if there is one. If there's not, I just go through my notes with flashcards and I write down like all the important things in my notes, and then I check it off on my notes when I have it, and then I memorize flashcards.
I usually stay until about like 2 a.m. studying, and I have 8 a.m.s every day, so I usually only get like 5 or 6 hours of sleep if I'm lucky the day before test because I feel so nervous about it. Before the test, I feel really anxious and I really just want to get it over with.
Depends on the test, but for bio I'm usually really anxious.
I always really feel bad. My stomach really hurts. I actually throw up sometimes, it's kind of weird, but I like can't eat before tests.
Right before the test, I'm usually pretty nervous, especially if I haven't adequately prepared for the exam.
During the test, I feel as if I have to get it over with fast because if I sit there for too long, then I start second guessing myself or I start freaking out. And usually like my heart is beating really fast, and so I just have a lot of adrenaline.
Usually depends on the test again. During religion I usually struggle with staying awake during the test. During history I'm like racking my brain, I'm trying to do it as fast as I can.
Usually when I get the test I feel okay, and then I start taking it, and then like when I see questions that I don't know, my heart like starts to beat really fast.
Usually really tired. Usually after a test I go and pass out.
After a test, if I feel like I'm prepared and like I feel like I knew the questions and I don't worry too much.
After the test, I feel relieved, and really all I want to do after the test is kind of talk about it. I just binge eat Doritos like before, after the test, and even during, if I could, I pray a lot. I pray like right before the test.
I usually make a checklist of everything I need to finish before I get to the test, and then once I have them all checked off the checklist I feel a little better. I usually get people to quiz me on my flashcards, take a lot of deep breaths, you know.
If people will tell me that it's just a test and doesn't really matter, but I like can't get the fear out of my head that it's like gonna ruin my life.
Develop good study habits. Start studying at least 1 week before your exams and try out different study methods. But remember that your self-worth should not be defined by a test grade. It's difficult to focus when you're hungry, so try snacking on fruits and veggies. Go for a light run or do some yoga. Try listening to classical music to help you focus and relax. Getting at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep the night before a test can help you think more clearly, and it can help you improve your overall mood.